today. Such a beautiful time to have time and space. And so let's just arrive into our bodies. Let's arrive in our sit bones, just feeling into the sit bones on the earth. Could be even wiggling from one side to the other, wiggling your butt a little bit, really grounding, allowing the shoulders to drop. It may feel nice for you to exhale on a gentle sigh, like and as you sigh, you really allow the body to soften and drop. Slowly lowering the mind, another breath in. And we're starting to ground, to feel into the bottom of the body, the hips on the ground, the feet, the legs in contact with the earth, the shoulders away from the head, the arms, and the hands are gently placed, could be on your lap, on your knees, just really bringing in softness and openness. Maybe today will be a nice practice to have the palms up, so the back of your hands are gently on your lap, and just dropping the arms down. And just taking this moment to bring awareness on your breath. How is it breath want to flow into your body as you inhale? How is it coming in? And as you exhale, just dropping down. And the spring energy is all about the yang starting coming out of the yin, out of that rest space of winter, out of that stillness of winter. We're starting to awaken. We can see that in nature around us. All the birds are going off, chasing each other from one tree to the other. You can see all the little saplings coming out from the seeds that we planted. And we can reflect and work with that energy in ourselves as well. It's the time to be out. You may be becoming a bit more social. Even though we're limited at the moment, we can still connect with that energy of being with each other, of being out in the world a bit more and starting to come out of the shell. So that's the spring energy, and we're going to bring it back to the heart. So in our open hands is a gesture of being open to receive. And through the inside of our hands and our arms, we link back to the heart center. Let's take the next inhale. We're going to really feel the inhale coming in from the head into the chest, expanding into the belly and down to the earth. And as we exhale, we empty from the belly, we empty from the chest, and we come out from the nose, from the head. It's going to take 2 more deep breaths in this way. Gently bring the palms together into the heart space. You can keep your eyes closed if that works for you. Bringing the hands in the center. Just again working with those shoulders pointing down, elbows pointing to the earth. And there's a little bit of space in between the hands. Just the fingertips touching. start our inhale breath today and open the hands out, wide, and we exhale and bring in the fingertips back together in the center. For now, we're going to try and stay with our neutral spine. So just moving the arms. And the inhale, opening, feeling that energy from the palms. As we exhale, we bring it in to the heart space. Last one here. We're going to work with a bit of a opening up. So this time we're going to take the inhale, reaching the palms together up through the middle line, lengthening the spine up, and we exhale and ground down to the earth. So palms down towards the earth, circle back into the heart on the inhale, through the middle line all the way up. And palms standing to the earth. Exhale. So we're receiving now the energy from the earth and bringing it up through the middle line to our hearts and beyond. Maybe your head wants to look up to your hands as you reach the top. And keep circling down on the exhale. Beautiful. Last one. I'm going to start connecting with our side opening. Keeping the right hand on the floor. I'm going to start with an inhale on the left arm up. I'm going to exhale and opening to the right. And just take your moment and your breath to guide you. On the inhale we swap. Right arm up and open on the exhale. Hips grounded, always centered in the earth, moving from side to side. Beautiful. Last round. We finish on the right side. Right arm up, I mean. And we come back to center, and through the middle line we exhale back to the heart. Beautiful. Let's keep going down. Inhaling, reaching to the sky. This time wide arms to reach up. Exhaling through the middle line. And on the next round, gonna fold in. Inhaling up. Gonna exhale from the belly, fold towards the earth, placing the hands on the earth. We take an inhale for a half lift, lengthening. Exhale, fold again. Dragging with the hands to reach you up again, inhaling. Exhale through the middle line and folding, bowing to the earth. Hands planted. Inhale, half lift. And find that breath to guide you. Wide arms, last round. Inhaling. And fold. Gonna go a little bit deeper in our twist. We're gonna leave the right hand on the floor. Gonna start the inhale with the left arm up. And open on the exhale. Gonna grab the head with a hand, so the elbows pointing up. Taking a nice inhale here. On the exhale, this elbow is gonna come down towards the right knee. So we're twisting a little bit and we're folding. And the inhaling, we're opening the elbow up. And exhaling down. Just moving gently and aware. This is a warm-up, so don't go too hard. Just see where is your body at today. You can see maybe on the inhale, you can even lift your chest a little bit and look up towards your elbow, towards the sky. Starting to open that heart space. Beautiful. Let's take the last one. And release. Now the hand's going to come onto the right knee, so crossing. Finding that alignment again for the spine. And the right arm's going to start reaching up on the inhale. Keep that hand active to hold you as you open to the left. So it's a really nice opening for the right side. Yeah, you can gently pulse on the inhale, kind of come back. And the exhale, we push a little bit more. Kind of like a branch of a tree when these winds are shaking it, moving. And this beautiful springtime of wind. Last exhale here. And we're going to swap. Let's release that arm down. Swap, and this left hand's going to come to the side of the body. You're going to start the inhale with the right arm up to the sky. And the exhale to open. Hand to the head, elbow to the sky. Good inhale breath. You're going to exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, elbow to the sky. Staying mindful. Could be some of you can reach and look up to the sky, so you're opening through the inside of your arm. Exhale, fold more. Beautiful. Last round up. I'm going to connect this time the right hand to the left knee, coming to a neutral spine. I'm going to take the inhale, lifting the left arm to the sky. Keep that hand connected, and we open on the exhale. So there's really that pull. And it could be that you want to stay here static, or you want to play a little bit with opening and go and opening on the exhale and shortening the muscles on the inhale. Beautiful. Let's take the last breath. And we find our ways to release that arm. Coming back to wide arms, inhaling, reaching to the sky. And taking the exhale, folding towards the earth. Popping the hands on the ground. Arriving with wide palms. Spread the fingers, spread the palms on the ground. Gonna find our ways to all fours. Gonna lift the hips, uncross the feet. Finding your structure, your hips on the knee, on top of knees, your shoulders on top of wrists. And you're gonna start awakening the spine. So let's take just a few cat-cow movements, taking the breath to guide you. So inhale, drops the belly, opens the chest. As you exhale, round the belly, round the chest in. Maybe the neck wants to play as well. Inhaling, opening throat. Exhaling, closing. And just play what feels right for you. There's maybe a bit of movement forwards and back as you do that. Beautiful. I'm going to come up to a straight spine for a moment again. I'm going to start working with the chest. So it could be that depends on your body. You may need to bring your arms a little bit wider. We're going to start dropping the chest down on the inhale, so bending the elbows, chest comes down. And we exhale and we round in. Find where's your body comfortable. We bend the elbows, we open the chest, the hip stays up. And close with the exhale. And it could be like a bit of a snake motion for the spine with the neck open. Exhale, close. You can really feel those shoulder blades. There's so many muscles underneath the shoulder blades that are working its way to get unstuck after a night's sleep. Great. As we finish the next exhale, we're going to go a bit in circles. So we're going to bring a weight on one hand. We're going to inhale, lowering the chest on this side, and exhale, rounding up. Circling down, you're kind of dropping one shoulder, chest towards the floor. Exhale and round up. And find your own flow with the breath. So open the shoulders, the chest, all those muscles that really hold tension through the front of our shoulders, the chest, muscles. We're going to change directions on the next exhale up. We're going to inhale and circle the other way. Beautiful. Right. We have the last one. Let's arrive chest towards the floor. We're going to start stretching the hands forward this time. And go in a lower puppy pose. So keeping the hips up, start stretching the hands, the arms, and lowering the chest. Some of you, maybe the head rocks to the floor as well. Maybe you need to tuck the toes. Just find your ease and comfort in this. Beautiful. One more breath here. Start connecting with some hips movement. On the next inhale, we're going to keep the hip up and start dragging your body forwards. And then circling the hips down, opening the chest to a low cobra. Maybe a sphinx pose is more appropriate for you. And we're going to exhale and lower down. And find our ways back up. We're going to lift the hips, use the hands to reach us up. We're going to sit onto child's pose, hips down. Just move through that a couple more times. So hands, arms moving forward, hips reaching up, lowering the body, and then hips come down, lift the chest. And our way back on the exhale, lift our body up to child's pose. And find your flow. We're going to ride back onto child's pose for a breath. Releasing the arms. Maybe the head can release down for a moment. Right. We're going to find our ways to get a little bit more active in this in this spring morning. Let's find our ways to all fours on the inhale. And we're going to just tuck the toes and start lifting up to downward facing dog. Knees off the ground, hips up. And just take a couple of breaths to adjust into your dog. It could be that, just bend one knee at a time, gently shifting the position of the hips, the weight from one hip to another. There's maybe a bit of a circling going on in the hips, some movement, fluid. And then you're going to take a moment to just pause here, lowering the heels and lengthening. Beautiful. Gonna find our ways to standing, so you can bend your knees and walk the feet towards the hands. Maybe the hands want to walk towards the feet for a forward bend. Here, pulse, feet on the ground, toes on the ground. And you can come straight up, or you can uncurl your spine if you prefer to come slowly. You can come up straight with the arms on the inhale breath, reaching to the sky. And we're going to exhale, palms together back to heart center. Finding our ways to being on our feet. From the earth we're growing up, like a little sapling. Let's take a moment to change the weight of our body from one foot to the other. Just to feeling into that grounding of the body. It could be that you can even lift one foot and the other. You can keep your knees soft. We're going to work a little bit more into our chest, and then we're going to get into vinyasa moving practice. Let's start by just working a bit with our wrists. Just circling the wrists as you're stepping one foot at a time. Maybe the knee wants to come a little bit higher. Circling the wrists, one side. Maybe staying one foot. And change foot and change direction of the wrists. Right. And close it. You're gonna open the wrist up and down. So open that way and close it towards your body. Open out and close it in. I got some cats going a little bit crazy around me. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Okay, finding our ways back to center. Releasing hands, arms, finding that ground, soft knees. Great. We're gonna go with just a gentle, we're gonna go with tree pose actually. We're gonna keep our weight on the right. Just take a moment to just open through the toes. So you're tucking the toes in, putting some weight there, and just gentle circle of the toes, opening the joints one way, untucking the toes, creating space for the back, so putting the weight over the toes, and we have that nice good open foot that is going to come and meet the inside of the right leg. So just find where your tree pose feels like today, where it's comfortable. Could be down there, could be still in contact with the earth. Or maybe you're able to come all the way up. Maybe even the hand wants to hold it. Could be here, could be hands to earth, hands to heart, or hands to sky. So if you like to try and extend on the inhale, you can work with branching out to the sky. So wide opens, reaching to the sunlight, receiving that sun energy from the spring, through your fingertips, into your arms and into your heart. Grounded through the right foot. Beautiful. You're going to bring palms together on the exhale, releasing the foot, graciously changing, bringing that earth energy into the left. Stretching through the toes, so tugging the toes first. You can just stay there or do a few circles. Sometimes it hurts for me, this foot more than the other, especially if you're being a lot standing up. And then we tuck the toes and we go the other way. We untuck the toes, sorry. And the knee comes over toes, right, good open foot comes and meets the left. Open knee, finding your space, finding your tree. Where's this side comfortable? It could be that you need to hold yourself or find a wall. Or it could be that you want to spread out. You still receive the energy of the sun wherever your arms are at. But if you can stretch your arms out, then you're coming through your fingertips. You can really feel that energy. Feeling open opening to the light. Right, last breath. And we exhale, coming back to center, hands together, dropping that foot down. Let's come to the top of the mat and start creating a bit of a flow. Gonna start our inhale breath because your balance was so good. You're gonna start the inhale breath and you're gonna come up onto the toes as you reach up with the arms. You're gonna exhale, the option to lift the heels up or not, or ground them to a squat. So you're gonna sit into your hips, hands into your heart. You're gonna take the inhale and opening the chest, so shoulder blades open back. We're gonna exhale and come back into the heart. You're gonna reach up, back up, inhale into the toes, and exhale and release. So harder, heels off the ground. You can always put the heels down. Inhale up into the toes, reaching to the sky. Exhale, sitting into a squat, hands to the heart. Need a bit of balance and concentration. Opening shoulder blades, chest. Exhale, rounding and closing. Inhale to the sky. And releasing arms down. Right. Last round. And then we flow up, down. Inhaling up. Whoa. Exhale, squat. Open heart. And close. Inhale to the sky. And exhale and fully fold. So heels on the earth. Coming down, hands to the earth. You're going to bring the left leg back. You're going to start with a low flow first, dropping the knee. You're going to start reaching up the arms. And exhaling down. Finding a bit of a flow. I'm going to start working with the back of the wrist, pointing up on the inhale, opening the hands back. And exhaling, fingertips to the ground. And back. So really working with the wrist today. Inhaling, opening. Reaching to the sky. Exhaling, round. Fingertips towards your leg. One more. Inhaling, opening. Exhale, down. Right. Let's find our ways to downward dog. Lifting the back here. Knee meeting the feet at the back. Taking a breath here. I'm going to transition to the floor. It could be high lunge or dropping knees, lowering the body, coming through cobra, lowering on the exhale. We're going to find our ways to the other side. Whenever you're ready, hands on the shoulders. Inhale, lift. Tap the toes. Downward dog on the exhale. You're going to bring the left foot forward, dropping the right knee, and work on this side. Taking the inhale, pointing with the back of the wrist to the sky, opening the fingers back. Exhale, fingers down. And there is a little bit of a flow with your feet and your legs. And kind of coming forwards and backs, like a big wind coming from that energy in the wrists. Last one. And pop the hands on the earth and let's find our flow again. Feet at the back, downward dog, hold it for a breath. You can transition higher if you want to go a bit hotter. Through plank, lowering the body on the exhale. Reaching the Bhujangasana on the inhale, cobra pose. And back to downward dog. And then go back to the right leg comes up Gonna work on the bit higher this time. Let's lower the back foot. And I start to inhale, reaching up. Same movement. Exhale, falling down. Trying to keep that front knee in line with our ankle. And fall. Let's change. Bit of hit. Hands to the ground, feet at the back. Downward dog. Spring is all about summer too, so we have a bit of a strong sun, bit of heat energy. Weight to the wrist, drop the knees if you need to, lower in the body. Reach up on the inhale, Bhujangasana, flowing back to downward dog. Gonna work on the left side, left foot comes forward. Let's lower the back heel, reaching up with the wrists on the inhale, and down on the exhale. Did we do 4? I think we're gonna do 1 more. Beautiful. As we close, exhale. Hands to the earth, downward dog. Let's flow one more time. With your own choice of flow, high, low. Bhujangasana on the inhale. Coming back, exhale. Right foot will come forward again. This time, I'm going to reach up. You're going to bring the hands together to the middle of the heart on the exhale. Let's take a moment, finding our feet on the ground, nice and solid. You're gonna start working with a heart opening practice. So this time, you can still work with the wrists. We're gonna wide arms. You're gonna inhale and open the arms from the wrist, hands back. You're gonna exhale, I'm gonna exhale and sunk in forward. So we're rounding the chest in, bringing the hands back in together. You're gonna inhale and open back, open the arms and the fingers back. You're gonna exhale and round back in. She's receiving a lot of new prana in the body. I'm gonna get a bit of open, tipping back, chest towards the sky. Exhale, and we're gonna fold in forward. So the arms are gonna come straight in front. Palms come towards each other. We drag the energy in on the inhale through the chest and open to the sky. Exhale, folding in. Dragging the hands, all the energy into the heart, opening to receive. Exhale and drag it in. Last one, inhaling, opening. And gonna come our waist back to center and stretch the leg. We're going to get this a little bit closer, so this foot's going to come closer to the other, just so we have a bit more space here. We're going to do a gentle forward bend. Just lengthening the arms up on the inhale breath. You're going to start that exhale from the belly and start driving the hands onto the knee, trying to keep that nice good straight spine. So we're going to keep that fold from the hips for another inhale. You're going to exhale and start coming a little bit closer towards the leg till you find just your comfort. You can just get those hands to support you in your forward bend for a breath or two. Softening on the exhale. Feeling that energy coming now to the back of the body. All through the back of the legs, the spine, lower back. Dropping the head. Beautiful. Taking the last breath here. And I'm going to bend that front knee just so our hands can arrive on the ground. And we're going to find a ways to downward dog. So the back foot was going to drop back, front foot's going to meet the other. Take a moment. We're going to hold here for a couple of breaths. Moving a little bit slower now. Now transitioning to the floor on the inhale breath. Surrender on the exhale and finding our ways to work on the right side, left side. This time, the left foot's going to come forward on the inhale. Going to drop our feet to find our warrior stance. We're going to reach up on the inhale and bring the hands together through the heart center. Finding that structure in the legs for support. You're going to start an inhale breath, opening the chest, opening the hands, the wrists, the fingers. Exhale, rounding to the heart. Back of the body rounds in. Front of the body opens up. Great. Going to start our flow. This time as we open, maybe there's a bit of a lift of the chest towards the sky. As we close, we exhale, gently coming forward. Palms towards each other. We drag the energy into the heart center. Open, receive. Exhale, collect all that energy between the hands and bring it into the heart space. Inhale. We expand. And exhale, we collect. There's a bit of a resemblance of the tree branches in the wind. The spring is characterized by the air element. The air element is all about movement. We're coming from the stagnant time of winter where everything's still and quiet, and the winds exhaling, coming back to center. The winds bringing in that change, shaking things up. Let's get those feet a little bit closer, bringing the hips to face forward. You can keep the hands at the heart, taking a nice inhale, and an exhale, fold halfway. Nice, good straight spine, hands towards the knee. Another inhale, and now we fold towards that left leg. You can keep your hands connected, keep the hips pointing forward if you can. A moment of softening, stillness and surrendering. Beautiful. Last breath here. And I'm going to start bending that knee, popping the hands on the earth, feet at the back for a downward dog. And we're going to find our ways to belly on earth. So just transition onto the floor. Could be through your Bhujangasana. We're going to lower into the ground. You can release your hands. Hands can come on the forehead if that feels a good support for your head. Or just arms just down behind. Taking a moment here. Feeling into the energetic body. You get one more practice down on this side of the body, of heart opening. I'm going to put the fingertips on the ground, just outside of the mat. Elbows pointing to the sky. My teacher called them mangroves. I live here in Bowen Heads. Most of you are around the area as well. Mangrove roots to the earth, into the mud, grounded. Just popping the forehead down towards the floor or on the floor if you can. Most of this movement comes from the fingertips and the breath. So as we inhale, pushing the mangroves onto the ground, we start lifting the head and chest off the ground. As we exhale, we soften down. Be mindful of the lower back. Go as far as high as your body's comfortable. You can scoop your head in, inhaling and open, exhaling and lowering. So chin to chest, inhale, lift, and then lift the head up. Exhale, lowering the chest, open throat, and then the head drops down. So the head's doing a bit of a snake movement. Let's do the last one. We're going to find our circles. So let's take the steps. We're going to take the inhale to reach up, look over the left, and then we're going to lower that right shoulder on the ground, circle to the earth. You're going to inhale, look over to the right, and exhaling, circling each side. Inhale to the left, exhale to the ground, inhale to the right. Last one. And we release. We release the arms, we release the legs so the hips are open. Release the arms, the head. Taking a pause. And just create a bit of space for the lower back, so you can bring the heels towards your hips and just gently move the feet from side to side. So you start opening the front part of the hips. You can bring your knees a little bit wider if your body's more comfortable that way. Just gotta find a bit of release on the lower back and the hips area. Gently circle as well, one side and the other. Great. And then we're going to find ways to roll around and lie on our backs. Finding the spine in contact with the earth. You can pop the feet on the ground, knees bent. You know, just gently lift the hips and place the lower back on the ground. Shoulders on the earth. This time I'm going to place our hands on the ground, so palms down. Just make sure the shoulders are nice and comfy here, grounded on the earth. Finding now a moment for our breath to settle into the body again, a bit more smoothly. Maybe taking deeper breaths. gently bring the knees into the chest. Just gonna connect the hands to the knees here. You're gonna start working with a few movements. On the inhale breath, you're gonna bring the knees away from the body. You're gonna exhale into the chest. On the next inhale, you're gonna plant the feet and the hands on the ground. You're gonna lift the hips up. Half bridge pose on the inhale. I'm going to find our waist to the ground. On the exhale breath, knees to chest. So 4 parts. Inhale, knees away. Exhaling, knees in. Inhale, half bridge pose. Feet and hands on the earth, lifting through the breath, through the chest, through the belly, expanding up. Exhaling, ground. Spine on the floor, knees to the chest. I invite you to find, just allow the breath to move the body. See how it feels. Whenever it's your next time you're up into half bridge pose, there's an option for you to stay up here for a few breaths if that feels good for your body, or you can keep in the flow of the practice. If you do want to stay up, you can start using the inhale to come a little bit higher, and maybe walking the shoulder blades, the shoulders towards each other, so expanding through the front of your shoulders. These muscles we've been, the pectoral muscles that we were working with before. Maybe the hands want to connect underneath your hips. Maybe you reach your feet, your ankles. Here, and you're grounded through your feet and your shoulders, you can really find the expression of the breath. Whenever you feel like you're ready to release, unhook the shoulders, very slowly ground onto the spine, lower back, and maybe you want to close your knees in and have a good hug of the knees here. Right. Just rocking side to side. Some easefulness for the spine. You can this time keep your knees in together, and we're gonna circle the knees one side and the other. So we're just rocking from the hips. As we circle the knees, you can really feel the floor giving a massage to all that pelvic and lumbar area. One direction, then the other. Right. Gonna pop the feet on the ground. Gonna come into the end of our practice. Gonna come with feet wide as the mat. I'm gonna do a hip release on the inhale. You just, knees are up,
On the exhale breath, you're going to drop the knees to one side. So that opposite hip are lifting off the ground. And again, move side to side. Inhaling, knees up. Exhaling, dropping to the other side. And you can work with your neck as well. So you can look on the opposite direction to your knees. You exhale, ground. Maybe next time you're down to the floor, you want to just take a pause of a few breaths here. Allowing for just the weight of the body to open up that region, the hip, the side body, outside of the leg. Softening through the breath. Softening through the muscles of your face. And just when you feel ready, just changing sides. And slowly coming into a place of stillness, knees up. It could be that your body needs some extra movement to find balance again, to feel center. If there's any stretch you need to do, you can just do this in the next couple of breaths. If you feel like your body feels rested and ready, we're just going to take a few minutes for Shavasana. So in our Shavasana practice, we like to stay warm. If you feel like getting a few layers on, or if you have a blanket. I'm going to use this opportunity to just have a bit of a spring intention, if you wish to. So as you drop into the ground, into the earth, I really want to bring comfort and ease. So you really make sure that your shoulders are relaxed and your feet are open. So you just really drop from your feet, from your legs. And just maybe on the exhale breath, really allow the weight of the body to sink down into the earth. Bringing in softness with every breath. Intentions of spring are to manifest. So this may be
this opportunity to reflect and to find this space to just observe with all the open heart practice. There's maybe some messages that you receive, some ideas that you have, something you want to create and bring forth into the next season. And she's going to play some music for you to drop into that heart space. Maybe with every breath, you can feel the chest expanding out.